Drew was talking, of course, about the last weekend before Christmas, a time when many people head out to enjoy the sights and sounds of the season right in their own neighborhoods. But when it comes to holiday lights, more doesn't necessarily make for the merrier. Such extravagant displays are the subject of a new book, Merry Christmas America, Megawatt Displays Across the USA. Author Bruce Littlefield joins us to shed a little or maybe a lot of light on the subject.
A lot is right.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
What a fun topic. How did you come up with this?
Well, I was always the kid that tried to decorate his house each year throughout my childhood. So I figured, why not go out and see how the people really do it and find out some of their tricks and tips.
Everybody can relate to this. Let's start with the first picture because it's a real showstopper. And I think a lot of people have a house like this in their neighborhood where there's just so many lights. Tell me a little bit about this one.
Well, that's the Christmas house, right? It's encrusted in Christmas. That is from Long Island. It's a family, the LaCoury family, and they have 400 of what those are called plastic, the molds, the plastic molds, and you know, everything from Rudolph's in that yard to I think there's about 16 snowmen.
Oh, breathtaking. The next one is Chuck and Sherry Hudgens, and there's a romantic story behind theirs. I like this.
Yeah, it's a great story. Chuck asked Sherry when they first started dating right before Christmas many years ago if he could put a few lights on her house, and she said sure, and she came home to find 10,000 lights on her house.
That's incredible. The next one is from Arkansas, and they made national headlines in 1993 because the Arkansas Supreme Court ordered them to turn off the Christmas lights at their house. Let's take a look at this one and tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, that is the Osborne family, the richest family in Arkansas, and they put 4 million lights on their house before it was all said and done.
Oh
and it was interfering with air traffic control, first of all, and second of all, the neighbors were complaining. Even though they bought each side of them, the house on each side of them, they were still having problems with the neighbors. So the Supreme Court did shut them down. They filed petitions all the way to the Supreme Court of the United States and ended up giving their Christmas lights to Disney World.
They were allowed to keep the lights on for a certain amount of time, right? As long as they shut them off?
They were. They made deals along the way, and then at one point a family came by when it was after hours, and Mr. Osborne couldn't resist turning on the lights for them.
And they got fined $10,000.
Yeah.
And he didn't mind, did he?
Yeah, he said it was worth it. The family was very happy to see them, and the kids, you know, he said it was a memory that those kids would not have had forever if they didn't get to see it. So.
All of these pictures, they're not all over the top. There's one that is just pure, simple elegance in Durham, North Carolina. This is my favorite. I love this.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? It shows that simple and can be very elegant and lovely. And you know, does not take a lot of work as some of the other ones do, but look at how stunning that is.
It looks like it should be on a magazine. This is a
Absolutely.
professor?
This is a couple of framers, actually, in Raleigh, Durham, actually.
And finally, everybody thinks of Miracle on 34th Street when you think of the holidays. And this is from Baltimore, and there was a little boy in here who started all of this.
Yes, one of the townhouses, the one on the end, actually started from that townhouse. He spread it across the street to his old neighbor who was across the street. He said, hey, can I string some lights over to your house? And one by one, the street lit up, and it is quite a sight to behold, and it is such a fun thing. That street is filled with people all holiday season.
You've traveled across the country doing this in a short time frame because, I mean, people don't have their lights up that long. What was your favorite house?
Well, I really loved Richmond, Virginia. The Hudgens are there, and there was another guy there named Al Thompson, who's just a lovely man. He's like what I call a cheerleader for Christmas. And he handmade everything in his yard, and it's quite a scene. And I arrived when a bus of elderly folks just had pulled up, and it was lovely climbing on that bus and seeing their excitement. So I think that's my favorite memory.
What do you like better, over the top or simple elegance?
Oh, I don't think you can have too much. I have 11 trees currently in my house.
Gosh.
So is that over the top? Maybe. I don't know, but I think it's elegant.
And it's fun, right?
It is fun. That's the whole nature of this. It's
Enjoy
a lot
the
of
holidays,
fun.
Bruce. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The book again is Merry Christmas America, Megawatt Displays Across the USA. Author Bruce Littlefield, thank you very much.